Hey everyone, welcome back to Camp Keyframe, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can animate this car turning into a monster truck, which we illustrated in our previous video. So if you haven't watched that one, check it out if you want to. So let's just jump into Illustrator here, where we designed this in the previous video, and now we're going to save it for After Effects. So we're going to, what I always do is press Command 2 to lock layers that I need to have in separate layers later on. So first all those wheels, let's lock them, and the floor. This can be one layer. We don't need to animate that one, so press Command G, and then we're going to press Command in bracket to put it behind that one. All right, cool. Press Command 2 to lock it, and this can be one layer, this one, as we don't need to animate that. So press Command G and then put it behind the wheel right there and lock that. And this window needs to change shape, so we'll lock that one separately. And then we'll have this this outline, the light yellow and the darker yellow. So let's lock them also individually just to be sure. And then I have this back piece, that's the black part right there, lock that as well. And from this monster truck we only need these two separate, this one, and this one, because they are new. And 1, 2, 3, 4, that's those suspension bars, they need to be separate. And then all of this can just be Command G to group them. It can be one group, because we're not going to animate it, we just need it there for reference, so you can see how we need to scale this up to this one. So press Command Option 2 or Alt, that's it, that is to unlock everything. And then select your layer in the layers panel, click this little button right here, and then go to Release to Layers Sequence, which divides all your separate objects or groups into a different separate layer, and drag that out of layer 1, and then delete layer 1, which is now empty. And then save that, and then we'll head into After Effects, where we'll animate the whole thing. So here we are in After Effects, where I've imported my layers, my Illustrator file, and it has created a comp with all my layers in it. I'm going to select, create a new solid, and now cool, let's light blue, put it down so I have a background. And then we're going to select everything and turn this on first, and we'll lock the background. And they're a bit small, so I'm going to create layer new null object. I'm going to select everything and parent it to the null object, and then I'm going to scale that one up quite a bit like that. So I have a bit, and delete that now, so it's a bit bigger, so you guys can see it a bit better. Okay, cool. So first off, we're going to select the monster truck, put them all above, and we'll give them a separate color, like pink. And we're going to turn it off and lock it. Yeah, right, like that. And this one, we're going to put it right there, like in the middle. All right, so the floor, we don't need to animate that, so let's put it at the bottom, and let's call it floor, and lock that one. And what we're going to do is we're going to scale these what are they called? Wheels. We're gonna scale them up, and then this whole upper part is going to move along with that. So first we're going to parent some stuff. We have these 3 separate layers, or these are a couple of layers. Let's create a null, and we're gonna put that right there. Let's just put the anchor point in the middle. I like that a bit more. And this one needs to, let's place it maybe here, kind of on the line here. So I'm going to parent all of these car elements to this null, so when the wheels grow up and the car moves up, it can kind of pivot a bit from here. So we're going to select this one. These are the windows, window and the stripe. So let's just call that window stripe. And we'll have the front. And what's this? This is a separate window. And then this is that's that one. Let's lock that for now. This is the outline, so call that outline, lock it. This one is the upper part, and this is the lower part. All right, let's unlock all of them. And we're going to select the upper part, lower part, outline, window stripe, and a window, and we'll parent it to that null. And I'll put that null right there, and we'll call that car control. Yeah. What's this? This is a wheel, and this is a wheel. So we'll call that wheel. And then this is a wheel, and that as well. So let's call that wheel. What's this? What is the black part? I don't know what it's called. All right. All right, cool. So now we're going to is everything. So if I move the car control up, then everything moves along with it. But also the front and the black part need to be parented as well. So now if I rotate this part, then the whole thing moves up a bit. All right, and if then it's everything. Okay, nice. And then let's see, we're going to select all the wheels and then right click, create shapes from vector layer. And then we'll delete these Illustrator files from the wheels, because what we'll need to do is to add an expression which will keep the thickness of these lines the same as we scale them up. So if I'll put the anchor point down at the bottom for all of them, because I need to scale up like that, but then our line becomes thicker. You can see that right here. It doesn't show quite as well, but when you're designing something, it all needs to be consistent. So we're going to add an expression to that. So we're going to create another null object, and we'll call that, whoops, not like that, and we'll call that one scale control, and put it right there. And then I have my text edit open here, and here is a expression, and I've made a separate video a while ago where I explain this whole thing, but just we'll now copy this expression, and on your wheel outlines, let's select all of those, and then we're going to type in stroke here. So now on all these stroke widths, you'll need to paste that expression by pressing Command or Option. Alt or Option on your keyboard. Click the stopwatch and then press Command V to paste that expression. And this part right here needs to have the exact same name as your null layer. So we're going to type scale and space right into that. So now we're going to copy this one all again, and we need to apply this to all our stroke widths, and we'll hit the tilde key to full screen that here. So now we'll paste that expression all up here. And as I said, I made a separate video about this, explaining how this works. So let's just watch that if you're interested to learn more about this little technique. And now what we'll need to do is these wheels need to wait. First we'll need this scale control to be at the bottom right there. So the anchor point is right on this line. So the wheels can now parent to our scale control. Yeah, that's what I want to say. So now if we scale this one up, our wheels, they stay the same. Does it also work when I scale my wheel individually? No, it doesn't. All right. So we'll have to see how we'll do that, because now if I scale this up, they scale from this point out, but they need to scale individually from their own point. So I'm going to press Command Z here and not have them parented to that one. So I'm going to put that one right there, and let's call this one wheel 1. And we're going to duplicate this 1, 2, 3, 4, and call this one wheel 2. Put that right there. Wheel 3 right there, and wheel 4 as well. Okay, and now what we're going to do is open these up again. Stroke. And we'll need to change this up because now they're all connected to wheel 1. So it updated that. That's nice, I guess. No, yeah, they're not parented now. So what we're going to do is for this wheel, which is this one, this also needs to be wheel 1. And then we're going to parent that to wheel 1 right there. So we're done with that. And then this wheel right here that's wheel number 4, I think. We're number 4, yeah. So we'll open that and then we'll type in 4 there. Hello. Okay, scrolling while having an expression box open doesn't work that well. All right, and we're going to what was it? This one. We're going to parent that to wheel 4, and then we'll have this one, and that is wheel number 2. And select this number 2, and select that to wheel, parent that to wheel 2, and then this one needs to be wheel 3. Okay, and we'll parent that to wheel number 3. All right, and now if I scale all of these up, number 4 as well, then they will scale from their own point and the stroke will be the same. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to do that is, let's just put it right here somewhere and go to scale. And then we're going to turn it up, and now we need those layers back from the monster truck. So now we're going to scale this up. And let's just give it the same, kind of the same height. And this one, yeah, that's about it. Yeah, nice. All right, so then they can turn off again and lock them again. So now all our wheels are getting bigger, but we need to ease that, of course. So we'll just give it maybe an expo out, so they pop up, but they can be a lot faster. So they really need to jump up. So pew, pew. Yeah, maybe a bit faster as well, even a bit more. Okay, like that. Pew. Okay, but when that happens, our car needs to move up, which is this null right here, because it moves up. So position and rotation by pressing Shift R to open them both, and open one of them pressing U. So now this needs to car control. Let's put it up around here and have it turn up a bit. No, let's just do that later on. Rotation. I will add some more detail later. Give that the same easing. Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. And what needs to happen when this one moves up is we'll need to have these elements appear. So not this one, this is the big layer, I guess. Yeah, let's get these ones out of the way. So we'll just drag them over here somewhere. Yeah, and they'll need to be behind everything. So like that. Okay, and then we'll turn these ones off again. Okay, nice. So it's just, they can go up like right over there, and these ones are, yeah, they're fine right there. So we'll have these ones pop up. Let's put the anchor point down, and let's position and rotation. Give them all a keyframe, and we're gonna drag it to the right. And then what they need to do is maybe kind of pop up. Oh, so they do need to be behind everything, of course, like that. Hello. All right, let's give that some easing as well. like that. Okay, so we'll need to cut them off right there. And let's make this one like zoom in here a couple frames later. Yeah, that's great. Let's call these top lights, and we're going to parent those to our doesn't matter, the outline or something, to the no, that's just, yeah, to the outline. That's fine. All right, but no, first press Command Z, that outline, lower part and the upper part, right click that, and then go to create shapes from vector layer, and then delete these parts because we need to change the dimensions of it, the path. So now we're going to parent the top lights to our outline right there. Okay, so that's done. Then these ones, whoops, these ones can kind of also maybe pop out or something. So let's put our anchor points right there. Doesn't really matter where exactly. And then position and rotation keyframes. Yeah, and move a bit back, and we're gonna do them down and oops. Yeah. Cut them off. Oh, that's pretty fast. No, you know, I don't like that they're like turning up. They just need to pop out from under. So we're going to position and then just put them down. No rotation. And then give that some easing. And then put this one a bit later. No, this one. Not too much. All right, and then where is it this one? Yeah, right click, create shapes. And because it's a line, I left this an outline in Illustrator. So now we can go to open this one up, add our trim paths, and the ending to 0, like that. And we'll give that some easing as well, some like it pops out. Nice, and we'll parent that to this one, and we can actually group this whole thing, these three things, and call them exhaust. If I type it right, I know. Exhaust pipes. Check this box, of course, and then we'll see there. We'll create a mask around it, so they're not visible when they're moving down right there. But let's open them up, and I think this one needs to be earlier. I don't know if you need to see that animation, if it looks weird. Yeah, and then actually let's just put it like that. We don't need the animation for that part. Nice, and then we'll parent this one to our let's say outlines as well, so it sticks to that part. So now when where is the jump? Oh, there it is. So right in the middle of that we'll have our top lights and our exhaust pipes pop up. Maybe just play with the timing a bit. Or is it? Yeah, it's all right. It's a bit more difference between the timing of those pipes. All right, cool, nice. So now it is this one. Everything pops up and it turns into that one. So now we're going to open these ones again. So we'll need to put this whole thing back a bit so it just stretches out, and we'll need to put this line in right there. Yeah, so this is, let's see, I think that's this one. Let's put the opacity down a bit. Okay, and we're gonna line up the front right there. Put the opacity down a bit more. Okay, so now we can go to our outlines. Where is it? And our upper and lower black part. Open that one up. Let's just start first with the outlines. Content, group 1, path. Click the stopwatch, and then over here. Oh, you know what? Only the thing only needs to move in. It doesn't need to move out. So that's really convenient. So just like that. And it's kind of hard to see with the blue on blue, but oops. Yeah, nice, like that. And then go back here, go to contents, group 1, path 1, click that one as well, go here again. And oh, we don't need to move that, of course, the lower part. We're done with that, the upper part only. Group 1, path. And then just move that inside this outline so we don't see it. Nice, let's turn this one off for a sec. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and we're gonna give this some, maybe some exponential just in and out. Yeah, that looks nice. Maybe a bit faster. Quicker. All right, and now the window. Right click, create shapes. And window, and open that up. Contents, group 1, path. Click, and just just tweak it a bit so it fits within the curve nicely. All right, and give that the same apply, bam. Press U and U again to close it all up. All right, so this animation, it doesn't look that great or something. So we're going to we can just hide that by placing it right at the same timing as this whole thing moves up. So where is it? It's the window, the outline, and the upper part, and these three. So we'll do that right here. No. A bit sooner. Now it's like getting the timing right. Something like that. Maybe give this a bit less harsh easing. Yeah, I see that these ones are not in the right place. Yeah, stand on the stopwatch on your keyframe here, and then you can move it. Because if you don't do it like this, so stand with your cursor on one of these keyframes, select all the keyframes, and then you can move it because it's a position keyframe. And if you just stand right here and you'll move it, then it will add another position keyframe. We don't want that. So kind of like that, all right. Nice. And let's add some detail by rotating this a bit. Rotation. Let's press U and then press Shift R to open a rotation next to your position. And we can just rotate it up a bit and then copy this first one and paste it here. So it goes up and down. But I want to add motion to this, a motion 2, and then click Excite. which gives it a nice little bounce. So just tweak those movements. Yeah, all right. If you don't have motion, you'll need to do this by hand, just slightly up, slightly down in rotation, up, down, and keep making it smaller. But I highly recommend buying motion too. It's like 40 bucks online, and it's helped me out quite a lot with stuff like this, for example. Nice, okay, cool. So now we'll add those suspension thingies. Not like them, these ones. Okay, and we're going to place them in the right position. And then, let's see, this needs to be on the right there. Let's just give them like a bright color, like yellow, so we can easily identify them. This one needs to be right there. Behind it all, yep. And then this one. Cool. All right, nice. All right, so we'll need to, let's see. Maybe come in the upper, let's put them above as well. So yeah, so now they don't turn up there. Okay, nice. Let's see how we'll animate these ones. So they can just appear out of nowhere, kind of. So let's first do this one on the back. That's, which one is that? Oh, the front. Let's put that. Yeah. So now they're all here together. This one in the back is this one. So let's first cut them off, because we don't need to see them only from this part. So this one first. So it needs to, it's already visible right there, but it's not in the right position. So let's first put a keyframe position on here, so where they're all in the right position. So click that one, and then we'll go back, looking at the first one, and then just set that position of the, where is it? Set it down. Just delete that. I think this will do the trick. No, it won't, because now, oh yeah, so this needs to be right there. Okay. So we're going to mask this one out, so let's create a mask right there, and let's press M to put a keyframe on this mask. And when we're like that, put one keyframe, one frame back by pressing Command and then an arrow key to left or right, and then you can just get rid of these few frames where it's already visible. So let's jump to the right, and that's great. All right, so that's done. Then let's move on to this one, which needs to move down as well. I think we'll just have that pop up right there. No, that doesn't look right. Position it down a bit, and then up here. And because everything is like moving up and jumping up, there's a lot of things you can hide within this motion, because now we've already done this one, and look at this little part that doesn't look quite nice. Let's just like that, just move to the left a bit, so it's off-centered, but you don't see that because the motion is hidden with all of the other ones, all of the other motion. You do see it. All right. Yeah, let's cut it off there. Right. So just kind of get it in the right way. And this one needs to move down as well to right here. I think would be fine. And then yeah, great. So let's give it a mask as well, just all around. And then M to create a mask path and place it to the right. And then just cut it off right there. Yeah. So that's... This position needs to... Oh, because the car is moving up, of course. Alright, yeah, but I don't think you'll see that now. Yeah, we don't even see this little thing, and of course this one. Of course you can edit that and just move this up a bit and then down a bit again. But for time's sake, we're not going to do that because it's masked by the whole movement. You don't see that. So when you're working fast, these things aren't that important. When you're working for a client, of course, and you want the product to be perfect, I encourage you to always mind the details. But for right now, we're going to leave that alone. Okay. All right. Yeah. Again here with the mask. M. Click that. Put this down. Okay. Yeah, alright. So we're gonna leave it at that for now because otherwise we'll take like to perfectly do this, it takes a little while, because what we'll need to do actually is to rotate this a little bit so it's a bit more connected to the back here, so it's even more clean, the animation. But for now, this will have to do. We'll go back later to this project and add a lot more detail to this whole car. But for now, we're just going to the basic animation of the car, like moving up and bouncing a bit. We're almost there. Let's see. Yeah, I think these suspensions need to be a bit more refined animation, but for now, let's leave it at that. And what we're going to do is add a bit more bounce. I'm going to try something. Create a new null layer object. And we'll call this bounce. And we'll put it right on the car control. No, let's call it, for just convenience sake, car control 2, because this one also has a bounce. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna put the key anchor point in the middle and put it right there. And if I parent the car control, which the whole car is parented to, parent that one to our car control number 2. And let's open this one up, the car control, the rotation by pressing R. Press R on this one as well. And I think I'm going to rotate this, just put it a bit later, and rotate it in the other direction, like a bit up, like this. And then this one down. Copy the first one, paste it there. Give this some excite as well, and that should give it some more bounce. So now it's bouncing from this anchor point and from this anchor point, which is a really great way to make it a bit more flowy. Like it's not only bouncing from the back, but also from the front. So that's a nice little detail that looks a bit better. Nice. So now we can delete this guide layer because we're done with that. So now it's clean. So yeah, now our car is here driving, and then boom. You can see that these lines start to go too early, but for now this is fine. It looks great, I think. Let's put that on a loop, like B and N. Let's see, yeah. So in the next, not in the next video, but in another video, I'm going to add a lot more detail, like add some smoke, make it drive in the first place, because now it's just a car standing still and standing still again. So we'll make it a bit bouncy, make it look like it's driving a bit, and have the wheels maybe jump up a bit while it's jumping up. So I'll add a lot more detail to it, because now this is just a basic animation of it turning into this monster truck, like moving up. With some basic animation, but we'll add some smoke out of these exhaust pipes, some smoke, like some dirt and debris from these wheels. Show you some nice tricks how to add a lot more life and detail to an animation like this. But for now, this is it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you on the next tutorial on Camp Keyframe.